What's good, Ravens fans? We are back with another reaction, this time to Lamar Jackson, giving us an update himself, straight from the mouth of the quarterback that we all love. Let's hear what he got to say.
So Lamar, the last time we spoke to you, you said as far as contract talk, it was in week one. Is that what's going to happen? Or are you cutting or pausing contract talks until the end of the season?
As of right now, we're still talking. The week's not over yet, but soon, probably be a deadline. Probably be cut off after this week.
Okay, listen. Again, good to hear that. Again, they still have a chance. I'm excited about that. I really do believe Lamar wants to get it done, but I think Lamar wants what he's worth, and the market has been reset. And unfortunately, that's the game that we plan. And it looks like we're at a stalemate right there. So we'll see.
Lamar, some high-profile players going into a contract year in the past have taken out an injury insurance policy. Dak Prescott did it a few years ago. Deshaun Jackson did it years ago. Is that something you've done to protect your value on the field, but also, in case something would happen that would hurt that value?
Yeah, I haven't thought about any injuries or anything like that. I just came off one last season, and I'm feeling pretty good this season. I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere. Yeah, so on to the next question on that one.
Okay. Again, interesting question for sure, and that's a good question actually. It's not a bad one. It's just interesting because you don't really think about that as a fan. I do think that Lamar should probably go get some insurance, but I'm pretty sure that would be expensive. But again, he's about to get millions of dollars, so how expensive can it really be? So if I was Lamar, I might look into that because again, guys, insurance is not for you hoping things are going to happen. Insurance is to protect yourself. Remember that. So everyone should have insurance. Get insurance if you don't have it.
You will think about it because it is reality.
I should have just stayed with you on that one. Nah, I know.
Man, give Lamar a break. He said next question.
I'm just playing. But yeah, I will be doing that. I will follow up on that. To both of y'all questions.
What has this whole process been like? Of just handling it yourself while you're also preparing and working on the field?
It's business, so it's just been business the whole process. Just taking a day at a time. Whenever we meet, stuff like that.
So Lamar, when you say deadline, after this week, are we talking, kickoff, or are we talking, Friday,
Kickoff, I would not be talking about a contract. I'm thinking straight Jets around kickoff time.
But as far as a deadline in your mind,
the end of this week, Friday.
Oh man, listen. All right, listen. Sometimes these reporters get up here and they ask some bad questions. These are questions that are revealing things to us. Now we know Friday is the deadline. This is why I do these reactions. So I want you guys to see it like I'm seeing it, right? I don't want me to report the news. Friday is the deadline. Again, that's what Lamar Jackson just said, and that's what we gotta believe. So.
Decision to not have an official agent during this, was that just a comfort level deal? And sort of how has that affected the talks, I guess, having more hands-on with it yourself?
I'm comfortable, but it's probably different because it's your quarterback, not an agent, an NFL agent, stuff like that. But I've been pretty cool. Eric's been pretty cool with.
Lamar, when people talk about your contract and if something doesn't get done, you're not signed going into the year, people go, how big of a risk is this? Do you feel this is any kind of a risk, not having a contract signed before this starts?
It was a pretty big risk last season. The year before, I wasn't thinking about contract negotiations around that time. This season's gonna be the same thing. But I'm just playing football. Anything can happen, but God forbid, the wrong thing happen. I'm keeping God first and just playing ball like I've been doing.
Lamar, there are other players around the league that also represent themselves. Have you been in contact?
So again, before they go into this part here, here's the truth, guys. For quarterbacks, the likelihood of an injury is small, right? You have to think about it like this, right? Dak Prescott got extremely unlucky that he had such a major injury, right? Because again, Tom Brady's been playing for 20 years, has had one major injury, I believe, maybe two. Lamar Jackson been playing football his whole life, has had, I guess, one major injury, but it wasn't even that major. They said that if it was playoffs, he would have played through it. So, we'll see. Again, the likelihood of him getting injured is, again, larger than other quarterbacks. But if you guys ran the numbers on quarterback injuries, quarterbacks usually don't miss a lot of games because of injuries. And so I don't think it's a big deal. But again, it's a big deal for Lamar because he does run around more than other people do. Sorry about that. Stumbling over my words.
Me represent myself. it ain't nothing else. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead. Finish your question.
Now, I just want to know if you talk to other players that represent themselves to kind of get their perspective of how they've handled the negotiations?
No, not at all. I'm a different player than any one of the other players who represented themselves. So, no, I haven't.
Do you feel like you guys are close, or does it feel miles apart?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
I think you addressed enough about the contract. And I talk Jets.
Sounds like Joe Flacco started for the Jets.
No, he said no.
One more on, just to follow up on that.
What? Jets?
On Morgan's question. Do you feel, or how much closer do you feel now as opposed to when you started this process, maybe at the beginning of training camp or the last few weeks? How much closer do you feel now toward a potential agreement?
I have no clue. You have to ask the guy who I'm talking to. Talk to the gym about that.
Or you are going.
So, the guy is, I'm with Lamar on that one, dog. The guy said no more questions. But to be fair, you have to back it up, right? You can't just say no more questions and then someone asks a question and you answer the question, right? Lamar should have said, hey, respectfully, my man said no more questions, let's move on, right? But again, he got it through, he got the question out, so hopefully they'll talk about the Jets. Let's see.
Against Joe Flacco this week, just your thoughts on going against him and what he meant to you as a rookie and kind of bringing you in this league and mentoring you.
Actually, Ryan, I'm not going against Joe. The defense is. I'm going against the Jets defense, but he meant a lot. Playing with the Super Bowl quarterback, seeing what he did on the field, stuff like that, how he took apart the game, took apart practice and stuff like that. Seeing him sling the ball from one side of the field to the next side of the field, from the 20, our 20 to the opposite opponent's 20. It was ridiculous, and it'd be a great sin.
Last season didn't end the way that you wanted it to. You've been very clear all along. Your goals are the biggest goals possible. Are you starting to feel impatient to get to those goals, to get to that last game of the season?
I've always been impatient ever since draft night. But you got to take it a game at a time, a practice at a time, a week at a time. Can't peak too soon. That's what Coach preaches each and every day, each and every meeting. So he's just gonna keep it that way, take it a day at a time to achieve that goal.
So we got to talk about this, guys, before we get to the next question, because something happened in the NFL like 10 years ago, I guess, where when they put in, I don't know exactly when they put in the quarterback rookie, or just it's the rookie scale, but if you guys are old like me, you remember when quarterbacks used to come in, like Sam Bradford, and make more than everyone on the team. First game, they never played a game yet, but they made more than anyone on the team. And so when that happened, it was weird because the expectations weren't for quarterbacks to win right away. Peyton Manning didn't win right away. Tom Brady did not win right away. A lot of our greatest quarterbacks didn't win right away. But for some reason, now we do look at quarterbacks who need to win right away. And so, and it's probably because of Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, even though Joe Burrow didn't win, but you know what I'm saying. Matt Stafford just won a Super Bowl. He didn't win right away. Before Matt, it was Tom. Tom Brady didn't win right away in his career. He was pretty successful when he got on the field, though. But again, that wasn't him. He wasn't carrying the team like Lamar is. So, just a whole paradigm shift. It's interesting to think about. So,
Lamar, other than yourself, you got to pick a player you think of a big season this year. Who would it be and why?
The Ravens offense, the Ravens defense, the Ravens special teams, just because we're hungry, and just like my guy said, the season didn't end well for us last season. So yeah, all of us. he was still the starter. You know, when I got here, there was nothing awkward going on in the locker room. You know, if I asked the question in the meeting room or something like that, he'd give me an answer. There was no like pettiness going on with Joe. You know, he was being professional, a real professional quarterback. So it was all good.
Well, just at a big picture level, how would you describe the eagerness that you and this team have to get things started?
We're very eager. We're tired of going against each other, you know, practicing against each other, waking up early, to see each other all day, you know, not seeing another opponent. You know, we're very eager right now. But we're going to take it. We can't peak too soon. We got to take it a day at a time, though.
Obviously, expectations are always high, you know, for you and this team. How do you kind of handle that going into a new season?
How I've been doing it each and every season, you know, not worried about the outside noise, just playing my game, and we just doing our thing. I'm not worried about no one else, just focus on the Ravens.
And you definitely have to do that if you want to be successful in this league. Just take it a day at a time. And I do believe that, again, all players do hear the noise. It's impossible, right, to, you know, be in your car and you want to know how because, you know, again, Lamar Jackson cares about basketball. So he turns on ESPN and then they're talking about him. And God knows they talk about Lamar Jackson every day. And I mean every day. About the same thing, about his contract. So, you know, I'm getting tired of it, and I run a Ravens channel, so.
You've gone into a season without having taken any preseason snaps. How does that impact the way you prepare?
It won't impact me at all. I don't think so. You know, I just haven't got tackled. That's about it. But I'm gonna still do what Lamar do, as always.
Listen, guys. Listen. Preseason doesn't matter for starters who have experience. Stop asking the preseason question. It's the dumbest question I've ever heard in my life. Please stop. All it does is get people hurt. Again, it's for rookies and for new acquisitions, and maybe not even new acquisitions if they have experience. So, but let's get back to it.
Well, I know you're always optimistic about how things will turn out as far as, you know, the new guys on the field. Are you intrigued to see how these new parts come together when you're playing another team, you know, for the first time?
To be honest with you, no. I just want to go out there, let our guys go out there, show what they've been, you know, what got them here. Just do our thing. Like, I'm not really looking for see how he play or see what he do out there. I just want to score points and, you know, win the games.
How's the coach you go talking about the setup?
It's been wonderful. He's looking pretty good. To be honest, he's a fast center. I told you guys this before. He's a fast center, and he's smart, very smart, man. He catches on very fast, and looking forward to it this season.
It looks like Ronnie's getting.
So if Tyler is, guys, if he's what we really think he can be, man, that gives us a giant advantage. Again, centers help you do a lot of things, and especially if they can pull like he can, man, that would be so great for kicking out in lanes. And if you have him and then you have Patrick Ricard, oh man, I'm excited to see what Greg Roman can do with these different offensive linemen, because it's going to be awesome. It's going to be special.
Getting closer and closer to being back. How does that make you feel, knowing that your staple left tackle is close to being back on the field?
It made me feel great, you know, and not having him a whole season. A whole season and like part of the year, 2020 when he went down, part of that year. So it'd be great having him back. But you know, we got Jawan right now, and he's looking pretty good. You know, but like I said, looking forward to seeing running back out there.
Talking about guys who are eager to play, what have you seen from JK, and how good is he looking for you out there on the field?
Day by day he's getting better. You know, I told him I want him to slow down, but he's looking pretty good. So hopefully he'll be out in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to that guy, and he's very eager to play. You know, I guess he be hearing a little outside noise. He ready to go. And I'm ready for him to go too.
All right,
Awesome. So I think that was a pretty cool. It gave us some insight especially about JK. JK's not ready, guys, and you guys saw him limping in some of the videos. He's not ready. But hopefully, again, with the running backs we have, we will be able to win these games. This week is easy. The Jets are easy. The Dolphins won't be as easy, and the Bills for sure won't be easy. So we'll see. But again, a lot of great things. A lot of contract talk straight from Lamar. It's the first time we've had that in a while, so I appreciate it. I hope you guys did too. Subscribe, like, follow. Go Ravens.